I love this phone. New phone too. Okay, so we got some good news. Okay, that's good. That's great. That is fantastic. Fantastic schmoozin. Fantastic schmoozin. We have daily upload maxed. So now we're gonna have to do something else. I hold my breath forever to suffocate the pain I hold inside. The problem is I don't know from whom to upload. The easy way is from here, but I have the most storage from here. So the easy way is what? The easy way is upload it from. I don't know what to do. I can upload from. Yeah, I can upload from here. Stop. Why don't you allow me to just play? I hold my breath. Ever to suffocate the pain I hold inside. 'Cause it's too late to save me from yourself. It's too late. Do 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 do. I got a 4 hours video here. Bonus. Everything. Content. Strike part 2. I got a 4 hours video here. I can upload. I'm fucking tired, bro. The heck? I'm not supposed to be tired. I love that I did this. What did you do, Ink? One on the main account, the one that I just said, hey, cannot upload. No, I double down. Tear off. And then I'm gonna be uploading the 4 hours. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the 4 hours and I'm gonna be using it as an encore. So everything that I did before, I'm gonna put it in one video. Everything I did after, I could put it in one video. Sounds good? Sounds great. I hold my breath forever to suffocate the pain I hold inside. I need to go upgrade, unlock the lab before I go to sleep.
Quantity on it, but chain lightning damage eludes us, and of course are expensive to roll, even when they're just epic.
Okay.
So we'll be trying to get
fixed.
Guess what? We're at the modules. Let's look over other modules. For farming,
He has.
still is thorns. I managed to get the defense percent.
You know that they did say the name because it doesn't matter.
So this is going to be primarily what
It's not a unique.
on my reroll shards. We did get lucky and managed pretty much perfect on our generator.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Enemy attack level skip, so no attack.
And then our cannon is not
Very good.
41, so I haven't bothered to roll it. Hopefully that'll come in real soon.
It's actually pretty cool what he does. He goes in really precise. As soon as he can change his roll, change the reroll. And as soon as he can do it, he does it. Which is kind of important. I just need to check out. I still have 22 members. Yeah, we still have 22. There's a heaven. There's still a 22, which means that people are still in the guild, which is great. I still have enough for weeklies. And that.
We have put some into damage. We're not nearly as high as I'd like it to be, but right now our coins are a little stressed.
112.
We got some important things going
5.
on.
Yeah, Econ, even Sword right now is not doing as well as Shield. After 2 years.
The video, we've got about 100 levels into crit factor and damage. For help, we've taken up 500. This was essential in unlocking tier 12. We've got basically nothing into regen and a little bit more into defense absolute. And then again, maxed out the easy.
Life still is super good.
Chance, probably at some point, but it is not the highest priority. Utility stab, we've maxed out. working up our package chance, a little bit of recovery stats, and I have saved up that 1 billion for the attack level skips and health level skips, which of course we put nothing into yet, but we have them, so that makes farming a little bit easier. In the lab,
that's fine.
I've managed to watch enough videos such that I can buy the 5th lab slot, so that's done. It was a little painful, but it's over now.
Oh, video is ad.
Work on game speed. Really excited for that to get out of the lab and hopefully under
Game speed, lab speed, Garlic Thorn.
from these mediocre tier 1 farms. Lab speed is going as lab speed should be, and Garlic Thorns is almost finished. So that is going to be wonderful to free up both of these slots and have room for some actual labs.
I don't know why, because
Perk option quantity.
Vampire doesn't suffer from damage.
In the near future, I do plan on working some more on perks. We haven't yet got
Nice.
the first perk choice. That will be the next big billion we spend. And then I will frequently after that probably get our second perk option quantity going. We'll need to get a ban or two.
Perk option is important when you play a game. When you don't, no.
And that makes it feel good. And I'd like to get some more standard perk bonus going. But this is where we're at for now in perks. Up in...
I relate more to Ebas style of ring content.
Attack speed's the primary focus here right now. That helps with juggling. We've been doing some range. The idea
Control.
is we're going to use range for damage per meter in tournaments, and B, use it to
Damage per meter.
that orb line in the middle of the black hole. We're not quite to where we want to be yet, but I just don't have room to finish it. It was getting a little long. Crit factor, definitely need some love. That's on the to-do list. And then damage per meter, we're actually going to take this up.
Well, that's fantastic. What? So, the problem with this is actually really smart. The problem with upgrading range is that it goes out of your well, that's not true anymore. It used to go out of your orb's range. Now your orbs, no matter how little you do range, it doesn't matter. That's why a lot of my playthroughs are defense, because there's the easy ways to do it. So then he changed the range to a level where even though he changed the range, they're in his black hole, which means that they're staying there. And then when you're a black hole, what you do is you have the orbs that hit the black hole. So you hit a lot of enemy at the same time, which is great.
A little bit, because right now we are still utilizing shot damage pretty well, and we do have that spotlight. We're going to be developing it.
Yeah.
So it won't be without purpose, and really it's just pretty quick to get those early ones in. Got some in health. We won't neglect it entirely. We have done some defense percent. Even though we're planning on playing a glass cannon E-build, we won't really be able to do the glass cannon thing for a fair while. So we're just going to play
You see?
early on with less focus on HP than your average early blender would have.
Okay.
I had started with dimension.
So then next it's impossible to start with a glass cannon. I'm gonna go with the hybrid, needing offense.
And like shock, and do plan on getting, especially now that we have the dimension core going, the chain lightning shock multiplier and shock chance up to a respectable level as much as we can pay for them. But like I said, things are a little tight right now. So, we'll work with what we got. In the tournaments, we managed to do the impressive thing of
He's playing now.
place copper silver. If you didn't
Wow.
watch the video in which I did that was the week 1 and 2. But then we moved
Wow.
on, and as expected, we've hit the wall of gold where people are going thousands of waves to promote. And
Okay, so like what he says, I got really lucky. I'm gonna be able to do it with this one because I started today and the tournament is tomorrow. But and incredible. He did the 1 and 2, Copper League and Silver League. Incredible. Gold League. Talk about a wall, which is a wall because how many of my playthroughs are at gold? You know? By the way, Crown is back to platinum. Shit.
you're barely scraping in the 200s, but we're hoping to get this up and going a little faster with damage. We just need to be able to take enough of a hit or two to survive a boss. We'll probably be utilizing plasma cannon along with the dimension core. Hopefully that and pumping a bunch into chain lightning damage and chain lightning chance will help us get there. Initially I was holding off on it, but like I said, we just pulled that dimension core, so I think this might be a little crazy. I'm going to go into an early chain lightning.
Yeah, nice.
The the sense was, well, Spotlight does good things for both chain lightning and bullet damage, so I was starting on that. We had the ohm chip going. That was the only epic module with an effect, so that was the initial
See,
focus. And then
I thought about this also. So I think for fantasy and VODs, when I realized it, I wanted to wait until I had my module to choose the right mod. Right? So the mods, I never take Spotlight as my first weapon. And with VODs, my first weapon was that because we pulled up Omni Chip. So your first mod is going to be very important, and the second time that you're going to get a epic mod is possibly 3 to 4 weeks down the line. At that point, you have multiple ultimate weapon. So the module is very important.
Big black hole, since that's going to be a core part of our econ, we're going to need to get that size up a fair bit. So these will probably happen alongside chain lightning, but I do just want to get the damage going. That's why we did this. It's for fun and for damage. So that'll probably be happening in the relatively near future. For cards, we're up to 8 card slots.
Good.
This definitely needs to be improved, but gems are tight. And
Yeah, eight is not bad. First of all, he did this 2 months ago, so the relic was a thing. The retaining relics, gem being close is very true. You have the gem being close. By the way, with the gem, I did say I don't know if buying the no ad pack, consider it for free. And then you cite ink your you're hypocritical because you did buy the no ad pack. Yeah, but I did not say that I was doing a free playthrough. I did not say that. So yeah, not being an hypocrite, just being realistic. And I'm not really following the plan, but Berserker is just too good to pass out on. And yeah, one of the better card. And yes, there's sort of a dilemma. So the dilemma is what? Dilemma is that I do want to help. I do want to do a very guided playthrough, right? But at the same time, I'm also in the attack speed. Yep. I'm also at the same time I'm also dealing with the fact that I want to help my guild because, like I mentioned, one member leave the guild, I'm fucked. One member leave the guild. One member. However, if I put one of my accounts, a member can leave, and that's it. So, it's okay. So that's the most important part right now.
bullet modules before you should. They're hard to come by.
Hard to come by.
A number of the important ones, especially for us, attack speed already at 4, coins is to 4, which is great. Health, I wouldn't mind getting another one of, but we're actually going to be utilizing a lot of these things you wouldn't otherwise, like slow aura, and we're probably going to be playing with our damage card.
Yeah.
Crit chance could certainly use a couple more levels, but I'm sure they'll show up eventually. We do have a landmine stun to work with. Unfortunately, there is no Berserker in our arsenal right now, so...
Oh! Love this. No Berserker, and I got the Berserker. Not fun for him, but fun for me because this is part of the Lieutenant.
That'll show up in our next,
Huge.
buy 80 card mission, which will be next week.
Okay, buy 80 card is the event card.
Of the anniversary event. So we just got this big party, and I believe, I didn't actually check it, but I believe this is an attack speed relic.
Yes.
Which will be super helpful. Let's see, yep, increases attack speed once, but this is great for us. I
Facts.
have no idea what's coming.
Now I don't have it now, but it's okay.
If we keep getting things as cool as this, this might be a wonderful little start here.
Okay, so spoiler, the event is finished. We got this. We got 2 module. We got another. Actually, I have them right here. For the gift. Team and relics. We did get that. We got the 1%. We got an epic. Epic was the 5% tower damage. We got a 2 module. We got a 10 module, and we got a 30 gems. That was everything that we had. Also, we had a background, and we had a tower skin, which is kind of cool.
We've gotten things from events. Nothing particularly interesting. We did.
That feed is good.
Buy the lab speed, some medals, so that was good.
Very good.
I guess we can look at the event tab now. We're working on getting to the free attack upgrade, which we'll certainly make some use of. In the shop,
Oh
I'm
my
doing
god.
my best to not spend any medals where I shouldn't spend them, but it's
Yep.
really tempting. Early on, when I was doing the beginner account
Yeah.
for the series, I did definitely spend at least one, if not two, clicks into stones and gems.
Yep.
I didn't think I'd be taking the account anywhere, but decided to make a series out of it. So now I'm going to do my best to be disciplined. But we might be clicking on this stuff.
Why does he want to click? Because you gotta have the.
Fire tower in background, and then health and defense absolute. Definitely not what we want, especially
Well, it's tough.
especially for metals, which are very hard for us to come by. We haven't even finished buying our.
It's tough because yes, your metal is somewhat important, and it's tough because some relic won't do any good, any bad, but at the same time, you want to collect everything. So you're like, I should.
Actually, that's what we can do right now.
Let's do a bathroom,
We'll
guys.
buy this one. Now we're done with songs. Yes. We haven't even unlocked bot yet, so that's in our future. I think I am just going to stick to golden bot. Maybe there's an argument for doing, if we're doing silly things, embrace the silly things and go amp bot.
And bot would be a good choice.
I don't know. I think we're going to need all the help we can get our econ, so it's probably going to be golden bot.
There's nothing wrong with. I don't think there's a bad bot to start with. Maybe. But still.
Smart missiles to try to finish that. So some of the things you do with this beginner account is, trying to get the proper ultimate weapon from your ultimate weapon to do these missions.
Facts.
Really, that's just up for luck.
Metal is the most important resource. Because it's the rarest.
And then the modules by merging was the big reason that I decided to get silly and pull modules, and it worked out real nice. So
Very good.
I'm glad we went there.
Yeah, because you got the dimension core.
I'd like to point out, if you're starting a new account and you know that you have a guild that's going to max out all the rewards, and you either start it up right now or
Well,
because this catapulted me into level 41 for both of them, giving me the third sub, which made pulling them so much easier, despite the fact that I haven't found thorns. It was really handy for getting the 3 prime subs.
I understand.
On our generator here. So
So he's talking about is getting the shard first because you know that your guild's gonna max out mission, and because your guild's gonna start max out mission, you're gonna get all the rewards. So by maxing out the shards, you're not losing on any reward because you're doing it early, and because you're doing the shards, you're able to get your things to maximum level, which increase your substat. And depending on which substat you have, it's good. However, the substats you can get shitty substats, and you just wasted metals or bits that you could have used for more coins, which is basically econ, where you can upgrade stuff after. But sometimes when you gamble, you might win.
getting that before you should, you'll notice like these two are moderately higher levels than my others.
3-4.
By design, because I know I'm going to get everything in the end, and getting to that early, I think, is actually better than getting some early coin boosts. So I'm pretty happy I did that. But
Depends.
Now that that's done, we're starting to buy
Depends if you get the right things.
the coin multipliers. I'll probably get this attack speed before getting these lesser rate coin multipliers. And I did get summon, which
By lesser rate, what he means is that there is some that upgrades you a lot. So, for example, you'll have relics that upgrade by 2% your coin versus, well, I bought for the same price. I bought a background that gave me 0.6 upgrade. So the 2% is a lot more. And go bathroom, dude. Shit.
have leftovers for it. But that's pretty much
Time left. The last time I saw you,
most of our runs and
lonely.
giving full dedication to this count between 2.5 and 3K runs. But we did get one where I think I just paid attention to this one. Finally bought enough things, didn't get it straight off. The milestone, so we now have that taken care of. Most tier ones go for milestones, yeah, we finally got tier 1 done. Tier 2, we've got the Hydraulic Worm, which one we'll probably refer to it at some point, not for a while. Tier 3, I don't think we're going to push through the stones anytime soon. It'll come when it comes. Then with Tier 4, we're just, pushed up about as high as we could. We unlocked the extra black hole, not that we're paying for it anytime soon. But we just used those gems to kind of get those early purchases that we absolutely needed to get there. And so, yeah, that's,
I'm not sure if I can do a glass cannon right away, but
what's going on
try.
in the free play account. So hopefully I'll be able to bring you guys some updates as things go by.
Good.
If you'd like to know about it, if you have any things you want me to do that are totally silly, drop a comment, let me know. I will try my best to give at least small updates on this one.
Glass cannon, E-Bats, baby. Shout out E-Bats. He didn't put a creator code though.
Have you ever played a game that uses AI throughout the
He possibly doesn't have a creator account.
When you enter this game, you can upload a photo and let AI automatically generate your
Well,
Hey folks,
if you're AI.
my free-to-play Glass Cannon series. I'm going to attempt to keep these coming weekly, or at least in the beginning, because hopefully things will be progressing fast enough to make
See?
interesting updates. So
See, this is the thing. Fast enough to make some interesting updates. If it's not fast enough, you can't do interesting updates, so you just fall behind.
be sure to tune in and subscribe to keep up the journey. To start things off, sometime after this episode, a common viewer or some unknown person from the Discord decided it was worth stopping into the web store and dropping the ad-free pack on me, which was a wonderful surprise. I don't miss the endless Idle Planet Miner and the horrible software AI puzzle game ads at all. Those of you who decide to soldier through the ads, I do have one tip for you that I've discovered on running a lot of ads is if you get a short 5-second ad for something like Temu or a local business ideally, click on it or engage with it in some way. It does seem to help the ad algorithm push those ads to you as you are interacting.
Oh shit, smart.
Watching some generic busty AI girl with the bejeweled clone in front of her sensitive bits, and unless that's your jam, then by all means.
Well, that's my jam, of course.
So with that out of the way, let's dive in and see what's been going on this last week. Starting with the stats screen, we're up to
Rough.
4 billion lifetime coins. We've really not had much improvement in that method other than getting our weeklies done. It's nice to be on tier 12 and get a good chunk out of that, but farming is a little hard when you don't have Golden Tower and Deathwave and the things that make farming nice and easy in the beginning, so that's where we're at. Stones, we're up to 553, and I'll show you what we've done with them.
See, this is the thing also. Like, I was talking about wanting to do somewhere along the lines of a live every single week. And I still want to do that next year. But with the live every single year, you see that he's going over his stats. I would absolutely do that once a week. Every playthrough. Because again, remember that we're doing 12 hours per week, which is one full day of 12 hours, right? So yeah, it would serve a purpose. However, I'm also in a position where I'm not sure that it's doable, because even if it takes like a minute, like 10 minutes for the stats. Ooh. Guess that we did unlock the labs. Unlock your lab, which is great. Great. Now, we're following the guide. He did say to upgrade, which was Spartan, because Ebas didn't talk about labs yet. He did talk about, Ebas talked about the lab, but it's much further. It's Garlic Torn. I don't have that. So they did say to upgrade game speed as a max, right? As a max priority, right? Lab Q. Second lab, we do have 100. We unlocked second lab, and it did talk about defense absolute, but they also talked about cash per wave. Cash per wave. I don't remember if they were talking about cash per wave or a cash bonus. There you go. Perfect. So we do have some good stuff right now. Some really good stuff. And we got the lab Q1, so I need to check that if that's working or not. I spoke the devil, and she said goodbye way too soon. This don't feel right without you.
Workshop going, have a full 1.5
Lonely, lonely, even when the skies are born of Satan, Satan.
But
This is where I would sleep. I need a bit more coins.
straight from the bottom of the barrel, but that's probably where we'll be for a while, unless we get an extremely lucky bracket. But at least we're getting those extra gems.
We did have the lucky brackets with Frenchie.
It's a little more than that, and the extra gems is definitely nice.
Also,
So,
sorry for the constant pause. Yes, I wanted to do 16 hours, but right now we got access back to our main account, and we got to upload 100 videos. I got 12 phone. That is anywhere from 12, 24, 36. We're still in time, and yeah. So we might be finishing this video. There's 16 minutes left, and I might be going to sleep, but picking back up soon after. When I say soon after, I mean really soon.
what we've been doing
Lonely without you.
is primarily in our labs.
The last time I saw you.
Finish off Garlic Thorns. We got perk option quantity up to level 1, and now we're working on this first perk choice.
See, now he's talking about. Now he's talking about. Okay, so this is actually important. He's talking about labs. What he does for the labs.
What we've been
Okay,
doing
so now we're gonna see which one we can do, which one we can copy.
primarily in our labs.
Okay, so he does cash bonus, chocolate multiplier, coin per kill. Okay, cash bonus I can do, coin per kill I can do.
Finished off
Chocolate multiplier no.
game speed. Finished off Garlic Thorns. We got perk option quantity up to
Okay, first perk choice. I don't have the perks, so there's no way I can do that.
choice, which will basically lock in for our perk wave requirement.
Mhm.
Essentially every run, with the exception of some short milestone runs. But we've done our little bit of standard perk bonus.
The world's over. What are we trying to do also is trying to get game speed to be level 2. That way I can just do labs and labs and labs and labs.
Realm of things. They are so important for farming.
So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it right away. I fucked up. I'm going to do coin per wave. Coin per kill.
The ultimate weapons section.
We'll do coin.
I was working on a shock, and now I've started running some of the shock labs.
That way we can increase
With the dimension.
the labs when we go sleep. And then we'll switch back to cash.
And hopefully that plus the damage we're working on will start to get us to the point where we're actually killing bosses up until the point where they just kill us, and hence
Facts.
engage on our little baby glass cannon journey.
Baby glass cannon journey.
We've been working a little more cash bonus just because
Facts.
I'm not still maxing out any of our stats in a farming run. And then
Okay, so maxing out the stats in our farming run means that he doesn't gold box. And because he doesn't gold box, this is kind of cool because what he's implying here is that there's stats that I really want and there's stats that I don't really need. So because we're not maxing them out, I can increase the stat that I want, which is, for example, you could just do free upgrades, right? So with free upgrades, you would have all of the gold box, right? But there's something he doesn't want to work on. And especially on a glass cannon, some of them are not good. For example, I would say wall. Wall for a glass cannon, there's no need for that. I don't want to increase my walls. Recovery package chance, there's no need for that. I don't want to work on that for a glass cannon. I thought it is easier than shield. Easier.
running pretty much solid since I made room for it. Really important, and we just don't have the coins to be running black hole coin bonus and even spotlight coin, which although it's lackluster right now, the overall plan is to get that to a point where it does matter.
Yep.
Defense is essentially untouched. A little bit on orb speed, I think one level of health maybe.
Orb speed is good.
And then in attack, we did scrape up a little more damage, a little more attack speed.
Attack speed is crowd control. Basically, what you do for attack speed, you do the knockback, and then you're able to get a lot. You're able to get like double what you wanted. Okay, good. I was looking for one of these. But then I have too many phones for the amount of wires I have. I need 2 more wires. However, the computer allows me to have 2 more wires, But because I did it to the wire. To the computer. The last time I saw you. Fuck. I said you had more time left. Yeah, I went on a MGK trip for some reason.
Bit harder into crit factor, just to get those out there. They'll probably come back in.
Because he's talented? That's a good reason.
Range, I'll probably creep it up one more level. Right
Creep
now,
it up.
the idea is farming. Just keep it to warm.
Good.
Right in the center of that black hole.
Important, but I don't have a black hole, so that's a problem.
It's really nice to have that taken care of without having to run an extra card.
So the extra card is range that you talk about.
Discounts a little more just because.
Why not?
Again, coins are tight, and discounts do matter. Again, I don't recommend taking these super far, but when they're relatively fast and you're not.
And it sucks because yes, you have the glass cannon, and a lot of the things that are very good for the. A lot of the things that are very good for Econ aren't relying. So, for example, he had the Golden Tower. You had to give that up. The Golden Tower would have helped him so much. You had the black hole. That does help a lot, but the black hole, except for having the orbs, that's not good. Except for that, it's not good because there's no point in there. Which is technically not true. If you can have like a poison swamp, you can mix up poison swamp and black hole, actually pretty good. In the landmine, there's no coin bonus, so. And that wave, it doesn't have it. That wave would be good. That wave would be, ultimately speaking, that wave would be my numero uno. That wave would be my first ultimate weapon choice. Why? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna increase my range. Unlock range, because he did talk about range. We'll be talking about attack range. We're gonna be upgrading it a little bit more. Because I do need that. I do need that. Just because I want to attack more and we add attack speed. Attack will be taken care of with this. The ultimate weapon that I want is, because we're doing glass cannon, I want Death Wave. Death Wave is good for econ, is good for attack, is good for defense. And because we have Berserker, the more damage I take, the stronger I am. With Death Wave, there is the health bonus that you get, but also the stronger you get, the more it lasts. So, for example, the Death Wave has 1,000,000 health points, so you can take 10, 15 hits. You get hit after that. So then, because of Berserker, you increase attack, right? So now your Death Wave has more health because you have more health. You have more attack. You have more attack, so it works really well. However, Death Wave doesn't work with any other ultimate weapon except for Golden Tower and Black Hole. But it's still very rare, you know?
Finally, my multiplier is at my favorite level.
Facts.
Where you unlock the max click that's
super good. Super good. However, there's a problem with that. So what he says is level 3 when you unlock the max. So basically you don't have. So it's 510 max and 100. It is super good. However, you're missing out on some gem rush that is super quick. However, if you don't want to use gem, then that's perfectly fine.
Many game actions, and you get to the point you're farming, and you just need to buy 300 levels of a thing because you've been off doing something else. And it's an idle game.
Facts. Idle game.
So that's
you see what he said? I love that. Look.
My multiplier is.
By the way, we got game speed level 2.
Where you unlock the max click that saves so many game actions. When you get to the point you're farming, and you just need to buy 300 levels of a thing.
And now we have the 2 labs for free.
Off doing something else, and it's an idle game. So that's where we're at in the lab.
I love this.
Our workshop, it's relatively unchanged. I don't think I put a single click into anything in the defensive tab.
Did they talk about clicks? Such a weird thing to say.
This was specifically to see if it did much of anything for tournaments. I think it helped a little bit, but we're still at the point where we're not killing the bosses before they get to us. And that means, at the end of the run,
McQuaid the tight.
Keeping us alive. We're not very glass cannon for health, then keeping us alive. So we're looking to fix that. did spend those stones I was sitting on. I couldn't decide whether it was going to be saved to get straight up to spotlight quantity or just dive right into chain lightning, and I decided it was just dive right into chain lightning. So we're up at
138.
full clicks since we last saw into chain lightning damage. We get another into quantity, another into chance, and that along with the substats on the dimension core.
It's a huge.
The only thing I'm really missing on it is the epic damage, which is sad because it's pretty impactful early on, but reroll shards are also hard to come by.
But at the same time, yes and no.
I put one more.
At the same time, yes and no, because your quantity is going to be important. It doesn't matter that you use your ultimate weapon to kill two enemies when 3 is like so much better. 4 is a double, you know? So yes, so I would go for the quantity of people attacked before the damage.
Two black size, just more coverage, especially as I'm taking that range out a bit further. I'm going to need that coverage, and there's no primordial collapse in sight for us.
Summer Collapse is a mod for Black Hole.
Source of coins.
So you had a third one. However, you had a third one, but I don't know if he had a second. So
As we're moving forward, so gotta have the coverage if you want to get the coins from it. The utilities, pretty much the same.
yeah, Quinn is Quinn, or we're short on Quinn.
Cards, similarly.
8.
Much has happened since. I think I probably got 1 or 2 buy a card missions.
Yep.
Bought the card instead of not, and it changed nothing. So yeah, same as where we're at. It is nice to have that energy net.
Okay, so what he means by that, this is kind of cool. That's what we do. What he means by nothing changed is, yes, he got more card, but the level didn't change, and he didn't get some new cards except for the energy net. So yeah.
Really got to take much advantage of it, other than the fact that we got a mission. But soon this will become part of the tournament setup. Modules continues to progress.
Nice.
We're just building up these, Epic Plus that we've merged up. Have defense and defense absolute on this, and this kind of leads into one of the things that happened to be in the store this week.
What happened?
We've got crit factor on our cannon, which is nice. Not spending again too many rerolls on it. Primarily been sinking a bunch of fruitless rerolls into trying to make this chain lightning damage.
Also, not to be talking shit, but what he does as kind of a problem is he uses a lot of the resources. So yes, so short term, you're actually improving a lot of this stuff, which is great. And short term, you're getting possibly the best bang for your buck, but long term it does hurt you. Because long term, when you go to do I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom. Long term, when you go to really do change that matters. For example, your reroll, for example, your stones, for example, your coin. It does matter because you spend them, so you don't have them on hand for the big one. You buy a bunch of small updates, which is good for the incremental, but you don't do milestone because you're not increasing anything. For example, with me, right now we finally got the 2 labs, and I do about 90 per roll per thing. But I'm gonna have to increase my econ for sure. Go to the bathroom. I'll be right back because it's pushing. Lonely without you, I spend the devil. I stay with your sister. God, I miss her. The last time I saw you, I wish we had more time left. The last time I loved you. Shit. I'm into. I'm insecure. I'm fucked things up. Toodoo 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 too. Toodoo toodoo toodoo. Toodoo 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 too. SOS, SOS. My life is a roller coaster, roller coaster. Da 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 da, the roller coaster. Pierce my nostril. I'm in the room and the floor. But it's the right invader. I'm still insecure. But I'm still a goddamn savior. SOS, I'm falling. SOS, I'm falling out. SOS, I'm calling. SOS, I'm calling out. I don't know. I don't know. In too deep. Bon. Ah. 300 piastres. Je serais riche, c'est sec. 300 000 piastres. Oh non. Is white chat one of them? Non. Non, je suis fâché. I'm insecure. To be feel this much. I'm insecure. SOS, I'm falling. SOS. I feel bad because Berserker is so freaking good. I can actually change the name of the playthrough to IV Viking. I feel like it's kind of badass. I feel like it's kind of badass, guys. And I feel so bad because of how good Berserker is. Because right now, all I have to do is focus on the effect of Berserker and we'll go super far.
At least better than common, but you know, at 160 a click, and when you're scraping to make thousands they disappear pretty quickly in Chicago stuff. Especially as it does look like we're getting close to, as you can see, I got 2 of everything. In fact, we got a merge we can do. As soon as we get this up to legendary, we're gonna concentrate all of our rerolls into getting legendary defense on that.
It sucks, dude, because you know what to do, you don't have the resource to do it. Versus you have the resource, but you don't know what to do with it.
We did get some fun things in the relics. We got
Facts. Anubis, explain.
So pick that up, put it back.
And it's not because this was 2 months ago. So it's not yesterday, but I still remember the relics.
Module progress even further, and then finally,
Acorn was not that great. Good Cash was very good. Because Good Cash, Onion Society was... I don't remember. One of them was Thorn and one of them was Knockback.
We have Good Catch, which is Thorns. Since I absolutely failed to roll Thorns on my armor after probably thousands of reroll shards, which for 3 stats and just looking for an epic is a lot, I decided it was just worth buying the one. If you don't have any relics in Thorns in your early game, getting Thorns above 100%, so getting that 101 from getting your 2% relic, will make it so you no longer need that extra Thorn substat on your armor to make sure that all other...
So, what is the point? I see a lot of people ask a question. What is the point of having more than 100% Thorn? Well, the bosses are hit with half. So yes, you'll kill everything, but you won't kill the bosses. And because you don't kill the bosses, you're in a position of not only am I not hurting the people that I need to hurt, but I am not even surviving what I'm supposed to survive. So with the 101, you take down the bosses. For example, 101, 50%, two shots, the bosses die, right? So yes, you're doing some damage. Otherwise, the bosses say for 4 to 5 hits. The bosses having more health or attack than the other characters is the one that you have to be careful about.
And elites die.
But all of this is purposeful. It's purposeless when you get the vampire and you get the elite, which is far because you get the elite at 500 wave in tier 1 and you get the first boss at 10. So you're at 150th. You're at 2% of the way to get the elite unlock. And once you do unlock the elite, whatever you're working on has to change, except for attack glass cannon, because there's shatters, which you can have fast attack speed and multi shot and bound shot, and you kill the shattered. You can have ray where you have more range. You can kill the ray. And vampire, ignore all health regen and ignore defense, ignore torn. So what you do is actually pretty good. So you need to get something like garlic torn, garlic for the vampire.
And one hit and bosses die in 2.
Bum.
So getting to 3 up.
Do 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 do.
Highly suggested.
I'm in too deep. I took things up. I'm insecure.
Other things you've done in the event shop.
Yeah, my attack is upgrading.
Finally unlocked golden bots.
Shout out to Golden Bots.
No extra medals into it, but it's there.
Hey.
So, now it's doing things. which is
Good.
nice. We've also finished out our songs. So that's done.
That was last week though.
I broke. I bought a couple single stones, which, again, stones in the early game are very good. So
Yeah.
I don't absolutely recommend.
Okay, so the song why they're so good in the early game is because everything costs so little. You literally buy your ultimate weapon, the first one with 5. You literally buy your second with 50. So I could do one tournament with Crown, which is twice a week. So I could do like 3 days with tournament, get the minimum reward that I'm supposed to. Minimum reward. Right? And get enough for 1 and 2 ultimate weapon. And 1 gold or shiny ultimate weapon. So the stones are very good, but at the end it's expensive as fuck. Drop over time.
So every time
You see what he said? The value of stone decrease over time because it takes more. So, for example, right? Let's say I buy 5 stone for $2. This fact doesn't exist. It's a made up numbers, right? I buy 5 stone with $2. I buy an ultimate weapon, right? Now, this is the math together, right? I buy 200 stones, right? Which cost me how much? 40 times 2, $80, right? So with the 200 stone, I'm not able to buy anything with it. I'm not able to increase things with that. So the value of stone decreases because of the capacity of 1 stone. 1 stone does less, decrease the value, right? And the capacity of metal upgrade over time because if the rarest resources, you cannot buy metals. So you have to literally wait until the event so the value increase because it's a time thing, right?
Now on this, you're buying a little extra power now for level boss later down the line.
Yeah.
Right now, given that we are full tournament focusing, I'm probably locked into buying two stones per event for the foreseeable future.
What we're doing is econ, defense. Well, Berserker, everything that we're doing is good. I'm just gonna say fuck the Gaiden. I'm still gonna be spending 2 weeks watching. No, I'm sorry. I'm still gonna be spending 1 week watching the guide, but this is gonna be called Viking. This is now Viking. This is the Viking playthroughs. And the Viking playthrough is gonna be a playthrough revolving around sort of hybrid revolving around Berserker. So high defense, increase. Hybrid. Why? I think the guide is phenomenal, but it's so contradictory because they all have their own appeal. And I don't want to be seen as somebody that copied a guide. I don't think there's anything wrong, but I don't think if it was my second playthrough, my third playthrough, I would be like, okay, yeah, you know what? It makes sense. My 12 is kind of pathetic. Not pathetic to be following a guide because you always need a guide, but pathetic that I need inspiration on what to do because I should know the game. I should know the game more than some of the people that they're playing. You know, when I've been playing the game for 3 years and I'm getting guide from people that playing the game for 6 months. You know, it's not bad, but it's not great. Also, Viking, I never had Berserker so early, and I never focused on something like that so early. So Viking, what is really cool is that, first of all, I never did a playthrough based on a card, so that's actually kind of cool. And second of all, I did a playthrough focus on most of the weapon on module on a card. I think that. And this is the craziest part. I don't think there's ever been another card to focus on as much as Berserker. Because if you look at all of the cards, none of it. So, for example, you would focus on what? Second wind. You'd focus on recharging second wind. You're still so far down the line. So Viking to get it this early on is huge. Now there's a problem. There's a counter price with that. The Viking is. I might not get another cards for Berserker for 3 months. So yeah, so it's very small. However, the card doesn't increase the maximum Berserker can get. Doesn't increase that. It increases how fast the Berserker gets filled up. And also, what is really cool with Berserker is I could focus on getting like card mastery, and I could focus on Viking. This is cool. Shut up. I got 800 coin. We're at 36. This is super fast, super close. The goal is to unlock event as soon as possible. The problem with this is I'm gonna have to upload it every single day. We're 28. I got a max of 2 days. This is more personal experience, so unless you have the same setup as him, it doesn't matter. Unless you do have the same. I'm gonna died. But this was awesome. Perfect amount of health, perfect amount of everything. So at 40 we unlock 150 coins. And we got 1.4 coins. Now I could be using them right now, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep them for labs. I'm gonna go sleep. I'm not gonna sleep for 6 hours. I'm gonna sleep for 2, 3. Right now it's 1 o'clock. The goal is to wake up before the sunrise. It's just 5 o'clock. Perks is important, but later on. Yep. It's kind of crazy because I know exactly what he's talking about. And you would talk to me about, it's had a sad thing to say for a gamer, but you talk to me about any single other game, and I'd be like, what? That's how I know exactly what he's talking about. I know what a vampire does, I know what everything does, so it's kind of crazy. For the
The,
yeah.
metals are nice.
You know what's crazy? He possibly had this glass. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know if it's true. He possibly had the bat possibly had the glass cannon. So the relics for the glass cannon is like, dude, this would be easy to start with a glass cannon. And then he ended up being lucky to have two relics that are offensive. There you go. Ticket for the module. Whoa. Yes. I like his guide, but they're a bit too focused on. They're a bit too focused on a day-to-day basic. So if it's years later, it's not good. Okay.
I think it's worthwhile. It's a real nice boost. And then we do have our summon ship, which we're just continuing to bump into. I got it down.
More than fetch.
Cooldown, so it's synced with Goldenbot, which again, Goldenbot's hardly developed, but a little bit of sync never really hurt.
I never thought about this. Push the tournament. Why? Because it gets more Power Stone, which is closer to unlocking the fourth ultimate weapon. I'm insecure. Facts. The two of them are econ and attack, which is great. Why are we looking here a lot? Because I need to focus on retro as well. What he does here is he film the content, and then when he filmed the content, what he does after is he voices it over. Loved it. Facts. Shout out my boy. Subscribe and likes. Good. Very good series. So now, guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna stop here. We're gonna sleep a little bit because I'm tired, and that's it. So because I'm a bit tired, we're gonna be I'm gonna be stopping here. I'll be back in about 2 hours, possibly for the the morning video, so the breakfast video, we'll have fish and chips.
Hey folks, Events here with an unplanned edition of free-to-play Glass Cannon series.
Nice.
Today's battle conditions happen to be some that actually highlight the strengths of our early chain lightning build. So I thought it'd be a good time to, do a sort of proof of concept.
And I love this. I love this. He has 2 of the towers.
This is something you'd be interested in seeing. Frankly, let me know. Maybe it'll become a regular part of the series. We'll see.
Neck to neck.
Let's meet our competitors. On the left side of the screen, we have free bets, honest, hard-working protagonists to our series, with a little over 4.5 billion lifetime points, 578
Shout out.
lifetime stones, and a measly points per hour of under 10 million. For our build, we're featuring our chain lightning. Develop your chain lightning up.
Shout out.
We've got some to damage, first like a quantity element chance, augmenting that with spotlight, black.
I can watch this all day. Let's stop here, and I'll see you guys in a couple minutes, in a couple hours. I love you. Thank you for watching. I'm not gonna have enough for the laps. That's fine. Take it easy. Peace. Sorry for stopping like that. It seems so sudden. It's just that I'm kind of fucked. I'm kind of fucked, guys. Either I do it right now, or I do it later on when I'm still supposed to sleep, which is the day. I'm trying to switch to a daytime, but it's hard. It's very hard. I'm a night owl. I'm trying to become a day person, which is not easy, and that's the goal. So doesn't matter what we do, we have so much to upload. So that's actually pretty freaking cool. And that's it. I have an hour and a half, bro.
That's why you can't take. And they're having a birthday party on Monday.
See? VODs died. The goal also for that week is to really focus on getting the tower to be a bit stronger. Yeah. See, I don't want to go sleep. I don't want to go sleep, but I have to force myself. Because if I don't sleep, then I'm not going to be able to do anything tomorrow. Because I'll be tired. You know? And we're presenting what I usually fall under. The category I usually fall under. Oh, wait last second and then do it all. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Ooh, almost made mistakes here. Almost made a mistake. Ooh, almost made mistakes. Almost made mistakes. Yes. I'm in too deep. I drink too much. I'm insecure. See, I've been paying attention to retro, and then VOD died right next to it. So yeah, dude, we have 12 playthroughs. I set fire to the rain, and I serve into the frame. Viking. Shh. You know what? As a reward for IV Viking. What is frick symbol? IV Viking. And wait a second. It tells me that I have a score in tournament. Highest rank copper 30. Shit. Okay. So I love you guys. Take it easy. Just need to be checking out that I don't have any 8 playthroughs. Dude, I haven't done a focused the tower in so long. This I do need you because I don't want my guild to leave. I'm very nervous because we have 22 members. One more and we're done. One more, we're done. All because somebody made a joke about using drugs, and I was like, no, no, you don't do jokes about using drugs in the guild. Got minor in here. You're not about to be talking about drugs when there's minor involved. Fuck you. Person got mad, he left. Another person got mad because the first person left. Another person was like, hey, this is too much drama. Fuck you. Left. A person complained, wanted me to leave the guild, my own guild, because of how sick I was, and just leave the guild. I was like, fuck you, I'm not gonna leave my guild. Then I kicked that person out. My two officer left at the same time because they know each other. Like, no, we're not here anymore. So in 1 week I lost, which is not true. It's more so in a couple of days I lost I lost 7 people, which is a bit more than 20% of the guild. Anyway, love you guys, take it easy. Peace. I don't feel like sleeping, but fuck it. I'm gonna try to sleep. If I can't, I probably won't be able to, but trying is have the fun. I set fire to the grate.